Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. Today, we're at the Mall of America because, as you know, I am a true American. I'm joined by another true American. That's my guy, Six Figs. So just so you guys kind of understand the role that my guy Six Figs played here and what happened with FTX, if you didn't know, when it came to releasing the idea that ICP had been shorted by FTX after it launched on Coinbase, propped up beforehand with synthetic perpetual futures contracts, all that information came from him. He's the one that sent me all that information initially and we started digging into. So I just wanted to, we're gonna talk about Celsius here in a minute, but right now I want to take the opportunity to have him just talk about for a second, like kind of how did this first come to, how did you first come to find out about this?
Yeah, so basically what happened was I started using the ICP tech and it was super fast, it was cost efficient, and I was reading a lot of FUD and things like that on ICP, and I'm just thinking to myself, how could this be possible? All these FUDdy articles exist. Oh yeah. And so basically what I did was I started looking for any indications of foul play or anything like that surrounding the token launch, because that was a lot of the FUDdy articles, that was the point that they focused on. So I ran through all the different exchanges that listed ICP on the day it launched. And when I looked at the perpetual futures side of things, there was about 6 or 7 exchanges that listed perps on ICP. Now, 5 out of the 6 listed them the day ICP launched. And what I found interesting was the fact that FTX had listed perpetual futures trading 4 days prior to the launch of ICP, and then it was like this big short from there. So that's kind of where I ended up discovering the fact that ICP was creating synthetic assets, and it led me down this other road where we found out that they did the same thing to like Axie Infinity, and then BitBoy also discovered some other instances of foul play with FTX.
Yeah, exactly, and that's this is really what started that mission for us, the rabbit trail, to try to figure out what happened. But what I wanted to also do, look, if you just heard it from here, everything was FUD towards ICP. That's why I really love an underdog. I really like ICP because of what FTX did to them. I'm not the only person that loves ICP. 66 here, obviously you can tell he's big on it, big on the community. So just want to take a second and let him kind of explain why you're bullish on ICP.
Yeah, I'm really bullish on ICP just simply because of the capability it has to run all these dApps on chain. Fully on chain. The data costs are extremely cheap. $5 for a gigabyte of data a year. I mean, the chain's finality speed is incredible. It's near instant. So those are the types of things that make me bullish on ICP, and they're qualities that you just don't find under one roof at a lot of the other chains. There's very limited amount of chains.
That's one roof.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the main reason the community's bullish. I'm bullish. For those reasons. So
yeah, I think that's really great. Now tell everybody where they can find you on Twitter.
So you can find me on Twitter at Real6Figs on Twitter. That's my main bread and butter. So.
Yeah. Do you like bread and butter?
Hey, I like bread and butter.
Who doesn't? All right, thanks, Six Figs. Now, I just want to correct one thing that I said last night when I was talking about Celsius. Some of the Celsius folks, they really believe that this reorg is still happening. We're going to find out more about this on February 22nd. Just wanted to say the part of the video last night where I said that the examiner called it a Ponzi-like scheme, that was actually a quote, I believe, from one of the employees that was included in the report. So the examiner himself did not say that, but I just want to stick with what I've said. When you look at what was going on with the token, it doesn't look good. When you look at what was going on with customer assets and the earn program, not good. So ultimately, we'll see what happens. A lot of people are in agreement today that Alex is probably going to face some music. But how bad is it going to get for Celsius? Is there going to be a major SEC action? I've been told the bankruptcy attorney or the bankruptcy judge actually has more power than the SEC in this case. So we'll have to check it out and see what happens. That was pretty funny. Long story. But a guy walked by and he ducked under the camera. He couldn't see the camera. It's looking at me. Beautiful guy. But anyways, so I did want to correct that. I got that information right after I made the video. So I just wanted to make sure we have that published and documented that that was a mistake. Yeah, just remember, FTX, they try to ruin ICP. FTX, they try to ruin Celsius. FTX, they try to ruin you. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.